at Buttonwillow, and so I haven't actually been on YouTube in a really long time, and I thought, you know what, now is as good a time as any. We are out here with the 350Z. I am doing a test day here at Buttonwillow here in California. Test day is both tracks, so I get to go back and forth. We are running a configuration I've never actually ran, so that's gonna be interesting, but I thought I'd kind of share what the plans are for this year for the 350. We have a test day. So actually a couple new things on the Z that like I don't think I've ever shown. Let's do like a walk around really quick on the Z. I guess it's been a while. So we got white wheels on the car because we didn't have some tires on the old wheels. Like I had some other work like silver and black. We got the white wheels on the car. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm still like figuring it out, but new additions from the last time that I have ever done a YouTube video on the Z was we got massive aero on the car. So we have beautiful wing, chassis mounted, of course. Then we have our front splitter. It has like wind tunnels and all sorts of other things. We got some bigger brakes. So I run the R35, which is like the GTR brake. Z1 makes like a whole kit for it with a caliper bracket and all that. So we got that. The splitter is chassis mounted. So we use like the professional awesome mounts that you can't even see. So I don't know why I opened this, but we also got cooling in the car because most of the rounds that we go to are across the country. So like Gingerman, Lime Rock, Connecticut, just like during the summer. So it gets really, really hot. So I do have a cool suit situated in the car. The traditional ice and water doesn't stay as cool as like a Freon system. I'm still working on that, but oh, and then we had the Fortunatos. So we have their Pro 2-ways, and that's kind of the other thing where we're testing out right now because the last week I was here, we were like hitting bump stop and all sorts of other things. Today, we'll go ahead and try all that. So for Grid Life, for those who don't know, I work with Falcon, and so I am one of their drivers for their Grid Life program, a ride-along program for some of their dealers. I follow behind 1,000 horsepower drift cars in the 350, which has 300, not even on a good day, like 299 horsepower. So there's a lot of management and a lot of driving that's involved. I'm doing those ride-alongs, so I'm doing grip while they're doing drift because we're trying to show like the duality of like the tires. We're usually on an RT 660 plus, and so we're kind of showing the differences on the tires. I go to 5 or 6 rounds with them. So there's South Carolina, Gingerman, Lime Rock. It used to be Road America, but we're going to Watkins Glen for the first time, which I'm really excited about. And then we end up in Laguna. If you guys haven't ever been to a Grid Life event, you absolutely should go. It's so much fun. There's a ton of people. It's time attack, drift, there's rush cars, there's a concourse, so there's like a car show going on. And I don't know, there's just a lot of spectators. There's usually music and stuff like that. It's really cool. So you guys should definitely check that out. One of the big things though is like with the Z, it's pretty much set up the way it needs to because like I used to run road course with this. So like I have the same setup and it doesn't really need a whole lot. I've just been, you know, changing out parts and testing. So we're at that place, but that's kind of the cool thing with this. It's like, I don't have a whole lot of management, just like when things break and stuff like that. But there's another car on the way and that'll be in the next video. Right now we're on a fog delay because the fog is pretty bad. You can't even see across the track. So once that clears up, we'll head over onto the track, see how it feels. I really want to do power things to it though. Like it's been stock power forever. It just has intake. I had it like that because of the class I was running for the longest time, but now that it's not really doing that, I don't think it's going to be the competition car again. I think I don't know what it's going to do, but I don't know if I want to put another engine in it, like something totally different. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like people are like LS everything, but then there's so many other cool options, or I just supercharge the VQ. I don't know. So we'll see. The sun's coming out, that's nice. So we'll see if we have brakes this time, because last week when we were here, we didn't have brakes because, you know, calipers, when you powder coat them, they're all pretty and but if you don't prep them correctly, what happened was the tolerance for the pin wouldn't go in because it was like there was powder coat. I shaved them, but I think it was just slightly too much because the pin could easily go in. Like it wasn't like in and out, you had to really put it in there, but the pins just fell off. So last week I didn't really have brakes when I was here at Buttonwillow. So we ended up going to a really nice like long bolt and nut system. So then we don't have that issue again. Hopefully we're good to go there. I was having ABS issues last week. Again, I don't know if it was from the brakes. Just
attention to the paddock, attention to the paddock. Closed wheel drivers, this is your 10-minute call for your first session. All closed wheel drivers, this is your 10-minute call for your first session.
We had like disconnected the ABS module because it was just the easiest way to be able to disconnect the whole thing so that it wouldn't trick like on and off. We're back on. Hopefully I have some ABS. I used to drive no ABS. I think it is a little bit faster with ABS just because you can come in corners a little bit hotter and not have to worry about that. We'll see how it goes. 10 minutes. circuit. It's actually a really cool track. Like, everyone had mixed feelings about it. I actually really like it. The car feels dialed in, so I have brakes again. So I was trusting my brakes a little further and further. The lap timer wasn't set up for circuit, I realized. And then also, I've developed this really bad habit where I shuffle steer. I know, but I don't know where it came from. So one thing I was really like trying not to do was shuffle steer. In the back corner, there's like pretty crazy turn. And I realized like I literally couldn't reach over. That's why I just kind of came in. I was like, all right, so I need to change my seating position for sure. That's always been an issue. I'm 5'4", so it's always like kind of hard. Other than that, it felt good. So this is my first time running Buttonwillow 25, which is a different configuration. And holy crap, it is so fast going through the back, because normally you go through this thing called bus stop, which is one of the turns. Now with 25, you just go all the way back there, and you actually have to brake before you go into Riverside, which is like the big bowl. And then the back corner too, super fast, but brakes feel really good. I'm having some seating position issues where like my leg is literally cramping up, so I have to like pull it back when I'm not. Gotta figure that out. So I was like cramping, that's why I came in. Also, we're hitting bump stop kind of aggressively. When it does, I just feel the rear like get really upset. Before it wasn't as bad, but now it's like, it's pretty aggressive. So if you're not on it, like the back will just go. I'm gonna see what we can do for that. I like ride height, but I don't know if we're gonna have to work on that. So we'll see. Most of the time the car is now like shipped out with the Falcon thing. So it goes to like, it just goes across the country. So I don't have it for like 6 or 7 months out of the year. Field the car, I can figure out what I'm doing, because like when I'm doing Falcon stuff, I was worried about so many other things. It feels really nice. Whatever setting we went to on the dampers, much better. Felt like it was much more manageable in terms of, because there's a spot over there that like when the car compresses quite a bit and it's like hitting like where it was hitting bump stop before, now feels like it's still like there, but it's kind of slow to get there. Short people problems. Right now the seat is on a rail. We did that because like when it gets transported and stuff, like whoever's gonna get in it needs to be able to move it in and out of the trailer. And so I ended up adding a rail, but it sounds like with the combination of the seat and the rail flexing, it's actually like, and especially under like heavy G's or any kind of load, you can see it on video. It's actually like moving me away from the steering wheel. So just that little bit seems like that might be the issue that we're having with my shoulders and like me not being able to I just feel like I'm too far back, but the problem is I can't get any closer. How do other short people do it? Like, how does everyone else do it? Because we already have the detachable. Well, what if, like how we talked about with the wheelbase, like if it's just a tad bit taller? We are, I think, pretty much done for the day. So I ran both tracks. We did some suspension changes. I think the biggest takeaway was my seating position absolutely sucks. I think the car is sitting where it's sitting. We just need to add some more spring to it. So overall, the car feels really good. There's a bunch of little things that I'm gonna have to change up, like my harness, a couple other things, like a bunch of little things here and there just to make it more comfortable. It's definitely the seat. But other than that, I think this car is pretty much ready to go for the year. So I'm excited about that. Now I go home and start working on the next ones. I'll see you guys in the next video.